And we are live. Welcome everybody. 10:41 a.m. Holy smokes. We're in the a.m., guys. We finally shifted into the a.m. Don't worry, this won't happen very often, but here we are, Tuesday afternoon. Hope you're all doing great. I'm chilling up by the water on this beautiful day. And I am in Chanel number 19 Poudre, but it's good to see you guys. Good to see Milos and Moose, you son of a... What's happening, fellas? Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are doing great. What is new in your world? Let us know what you're wearing. Let us know how life is treating you. What's happening at 10:42 a.m. How's everybody's morning? I'm just kind of like unwinding. I got to sleep in really late today, which is nice. I went to bed early, kind of. But I'm just sitting here chilling, being with the trees and the water and the wind and enjoying my day. And I am in, let me show you what I'm in. Hang on a second. Let me adjust here. I am in this 19 Poudre, which is one of my all-time favorite things. Iris, violet, rose, and powder, buttery powders. Look, I've used quite a bit of this, but I've also used quite a bit of 19 Eau de Toilette. So good to see Michael John. How you doing? Moose is in Le Leon early in the morning. Oh, it feels a little early for Le Leon, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. Milos is in Rosendo Mateo, number 5. Looking good, buddy. Thanks, bro. Hope you're doing well, man. We are live. Dushan in the mountains. Stacy in Vancouver. Morning. I'm in Gardenia EDT Vintage Chanel. Good to see Stacy. Very early where you are. 8 o'clock and almost 8 o'clock in the morning for Stacy. Hello from Malaysia. Hello, Malaysia. Good to see Malaysia. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. Let us know if you're wearing any fragrance, especially if you're wearing Chanel or Guerlain. Let us know what you're wearing anyway, regardless of what it is. I am in this baby. A nice green floral, super floral. Like I said, iris, rose, violet. The orris is buttery. It's both orris butter and the floral of the iris. All right, it's super floral, very, very floral. Green, powdery, buttery, very buttery. That orris is super buttery, creamy, thick. The orris is thick is what it is, very thick. The butter is so thick. It's like somebody has been churning orris butter. Milos had anesthesia this morning. I feel great. Can you imagine if you had Anastasia to go with anesthesia? That would be awesome, bro. Would you go for some dental work? What's happening, Jared? Good to see Jared. Dushan is in Fendi Uomo. Awesome. One of your favorites, Dushan? Jared is in Edition Blanche. Forgot how good this is. The big lemon. Lemon! I wonder if you too wears Edition Blanche. Milos says, I like 1270, but for Pan, I am ordering a bottle. Which one is 1270? Is that the Gourmand? I know Frappan used to get hyped in early YouTube days, and nobody really talks about them anymore. I haven't heard Frappan mentioned, but I also don't watch YouTube reviews like I used to. Like vintage YouTube reviews, or YouTube was top notch, you know what I mean? It was something special. Now it's like we've heard everything. You know what I mean? When you're in the hobby for a long time, you've heard everything. You know how everything is. So there's no need to watch as many videos. But is this live? Sometimes it is. Sometimes if you're watching the repeat, it's not. But if you're here with us right now in this moment, as I'm saying this, you are live with us. Are you live? Are you live? We are live. They talked about, oh yeah, Luministe. I remember that. Well, they talked about Frappan in general. I don't know what they talk about now. Now it's all a fucking, to be honest, I don't see, I know it's clones because I hear people complaining about clone videos, but I don't see that crap. I see clone in my feed, unsub automatically. You know what I mean? I don't care who you are. Unsub, unsub, unsub. See you later. So I just don't want that stuff in my feed. I like my feed very cleaned up. I don't like it jumbled and noise. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to filter through my feed to find what I want to watch. So you still at the lake? Yeah, I'm still here. I'm deciding I might go back today. I might go into work, but we'll see. We'll see. We're just gonna play it by moment. You know what I mean? How you guys all doing? Like the stream, yes. Thank you for liking the stream. Antonio Hobson says, "Grand rising, everyone. Early stream. A post good morning. I never hear Antonio never really says good morning. It's always grand rising, and I imagine that's because of the play on words. Good morning. Morning is supposed to mean morning, like mourning, going to a funeral or a burial. That's what they say. Good morning. So instead, Antonio says grand rising, which is very nice. Christy, good to see Christy. And zoologist Nightingale smells like pink lemonade to me. That's a very popular one from zoologist. Pink lemonade. Limonista citrus on top. This one is different. Yes, I'm alive. I'm glad you're still alive and you're with us. I'm happy I'm still here too, because the moment I'm gone, it all ends and the game is over. And then what? Then what? Then you got to start a game all over again. Cig or a joint? It's a prop. It's not real. You need a haircut. I do. You're right. Just to get rid of these grays, because I'm not really as gray as this. You know what I mean? It's just like this little piece showing up here. But yeah, I'll probably get a haircut on the weekend. But thanks for your advice. I really needed that suggestion. Moose says, I used to like Edition Blanche and the rest of the Allure Home Sport line, but something in it didn't sit well with me. Maybe the aldehydes. I'm not the biggest fan of the Allure. I gotta be honest, like, of the Allure collection for Chanel, for men. Like, I'm not big on any of them, really. Allure, Edition Blanche, the Sport Extreme. I still haven't smelled Super Allegra, but I mean, they're more of fragrance than they are perfume of things that are gonna move me, right? But they're still pretty good. Omar says, one spray of Santal Royale to the gym. You're going to the gym now? You're lucky. I wish I was at the gym. Jesus loves you, man. Jesus loves you, bro. You look like Obama. Really? What about me looks like Obama, bro? Are you sure about that? Come on. I don't look like Obama. Antonio says it's in his top 3 zoos. A wife loves a nightingale. What's happening, Rizzard? Good to see Rizzard from Poland. From Poland. Mississippi Hippie says, everyone have a beautiful day. Absolutely. Watching from Philippines. Hello, Philippines. Good to see Philippines. Let us know if you guys are wearing any fragrance in the Philippines or perfume. This is a perfume channel, so we like to talk about perfumes. And today I am in Chanel number 19 Poudre, which is a flanker to number 19 Eau de Toilette. But yeah, let us know your scent of the day. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know how life is treating you. How is your summer vacation? Antonio says, Dusha, when I grow up, I'm going to be like you. Everyone should be like Dushan. Don't smoke, please. Oh no, why? Why? Really enjoyed yesterday's music debate. Good stuff. Yeah, I should get my brother in here. He's the music buff. He loves music. He's got millions and billions of albums and he plays guitar and shit like that. He loves music. I think music to him is what perfume is for me, really. Yeah, I would think that's pretty fair to say. I'm having a live stream too, Mary Rose, but you're here commenting on my live stream. How's that possible? Eugene, you ever try YSL exclusive line? Yes. Which ones in particular? I kind of like the Muse. Somebody recommended Muse, and I thought it was quite nice from YSL. Ricardo Lucas, hello, from Brazil. Michael Krzyzewski, vetiver extraordinaire. Awesome. I love that one. We have a rainy day here, I'm expecting. Yes, no rain here, but it is, I don't know, the skies are not clear. They're very murky. I don't know what this is. It's like mashed potatoes in the sky. Like, check this out. What is this? This foggy crap. You know what I mean? It's like this big haze. I have no idea. No idea what it is. I swear they're spraying shit in the sky. XB says, waking up wearing a drop of Chanel number 5 and nothing else. You're like Marilyn then, XB. That's what Marilyn wore. Nothing but a drop of number 5. Greetings, Milos. Good to see Milos and Juan Herrera. Awesome. Morning, everybody. How you guys all doing? What's the stream about? We can make it about whatever we want, but we're talking about perfume. Let us know what perfume you're wearing. Wearing Oud Wood today. Oh, it's been a long time since I've worn Oud Wood. Tom Ford, Oud Wood. Baby Cat, Tuxedo, Queer, all very good YXL exclusives. I got rid of my Queer, YSL Queer. Did not enjoy that at all. Actually, I found it a bit mundane, to be honest. I traded my YSL Queer to some dude for, I'm pretty sure it was Frederick Maul's Lipstick Rose. He's like, it's just too feminine for me. I was like, send it here. Take this Queer. Take this Queer, all right? If you're looking for something masculine, take this YSL Queer and I will take your Lipstick Rose. There's a lot of smoke in the air from the wildfires in West Ontario. I didn't even know there was fires, man. I don't watch the news. I can't be troubled with the news. It's just nonsense and crazy talk on the news. And every day it changes. And how do you keep up? But no, I didn't know there was any fires. What's happening? Ricardo says, Nirvana, bro, I threw on a La Vies Belle today. No idea why. Don't ask. It just puts me in a good mood. Even if it's super feminine. Who cares? Exactly. Who cares? I like La Vies Belle. And I should own a bottle of La Vies Belle. Because I think that is... It's going to be like an iconic designer. You know what I mean? It could be a bit tacky, but doesn't matter. It is part of perfume pop culture. And it's an Olivier Polge. I think it's an Olivier Polge, Dominique Ropion, and Annick Minardo. Lancôme La Vies Belle. I think it's a good designer, like a designer for women. Nice powdery iris, that's what it is. Fruity floral, fruity iris. What's happening, Babouche? Have you ever been to the Philippines? I've not been to the Philippines. No, I have not. You can invite me though. I'd be happy to come. I love to have fish and seafood in this Philippines, fresh on the barbecue. What's happening, Spaced? I have heard that that's geoengineering. Don't know what it's about exactly, but yeah, they're obviously like they're cloud seeding. You know what I mean? They're seeding the sky with clouds. They're painting the sky with chemicals. I don't know why, like what their intention is. I have a feeling it's to block the sun out. It's to keep the sun out. Or it's to keep the sun in. I don't know. I think it's to keep the sunlight out. That's what it does. It blocks the sun from us, but it keeps the heat in because the rays still get through and they can't get back out because they just bounce off of that cloud and they keep coming in and it just vibrates between Earth and the cloud, heating up the Earth. That's what it feels like. Simon is in Fahrenheit, an old classic. Ad, A-D. Hey, bud, long time no see. Amber and Rose, vanilla scents or cashmere scents to me. What's the best vanilla scent in your opinion? The best vanilla scent. Yo, there's so many amazing vanilla scents. The best vanilla scent. Vanilla Van. I'm going to say that's one of the best. Vanilla Van. Natural vanilla scents with tobacco. Queer too masculine for you? No, it's not too masculine. I don't like the way it's done, to be honest. I don't like the way it was done. It was too harsh. Yeah. I love classic old school masculine fragrances, but not this one, you know what I mean? They have to be polished. They have to be polished properly. If they come out over harsh and, not wearable, where you don't enjoy wearing them, I like my perfumes polished. They got to be smooth and polished and round, and you know what I mean? I don't like those harsh chemicals. And that's what I love about this, smooth. Chanel is always smooth and round and always use the best materials, right? They don't cheap out. YSL, the materials aren't as good as Chanel's. Spaces I like Kaftan and Kaban. Nice ambery releases. But man, those YSL bottles are superb. Really? You like the bottles? I never liked the caps. Compared to Chanel's and Dior's, I didn't like the bottles. I like Kenzo products. I need to try Lipstick Rose, says Antonia Hobson. Yeah, it's rose and grapefruit and vanilla and vetiver. And of course, the cosmetic-y aspects of it. Any advice for the young generation? Yeah, work your abs every day. You're in jeopardy of being called a conspiracy theorist. And what does that mean? What would that make me? Telling the truth? Like, what does that mean today? Conspiracy theorist. Is it correct to assume you are Canadian? If you are, how do you feel about America? What cultural differences have you encountered? Not very many cultural differences. Like when I go to the US, I feel like I'm in Canada, to be honest. Like it's so similar, right? How do I feel about Americans? The same way I feel about Canadians. You guys are just like us. We're basically the same. I imagine it's the difference between our Norwegian and a Sweden. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much difference. Our fast foods are the same. We listen to the same music. Culturally, socially, religious, we got the same religion. You know what I mean? Most of us are Christian. We all listen to the same music. You know what I mean? It's a big trend. Canada and the US is very trendy, and it flows throughout the entire continent. Is it summer in Canada? It is. Posh is the key word for Chanel. Posh, or it's polished. Chanel is very polished. I think Chanel is the most polished of all the designer brands. I mean, it's not even close, right? Not even close. Especially when it comes to perfume. Well, I'm talking specifically about perfume. I love America. The last time I was there, we were in Buffalo to watch the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Not a conspiracy theorist. He just has a brain and uses critical thinking, unlike other sheeple. Yeah, I mean, if you see it, I mean, how are they going to gaslight you and telling you you don't see it? There's nothing in the air. It's just smoke from a plane, oxygen or exhaust. Well, no, that would go away in a few seconds, but it lingers here for hours and hours and hours, and you see it just kind of spreading, overtaking the sky. My exhaust never does that on the road. It doesn't stay there for 14 hours. Canada is an awesome country. Canada is an awesome country. Canada is amazing. It's expensive, but it's amazing. It's super safe. What's the best seductive scent? I think for seduction, you want something sensual. You don't want something too loud. You don't want something overbearing, and you don't want something that is going to overtake you. You know what I mean? Like, you're the star. Remember, you're the star. You don't want your perfume to be the star. You're the magic. Perfume is just an accessory. You know what I mean? So something sensual, something that comes out softly and slowly. And what does sensuality really good are those Cartier ouds. Cartier, Oud and Santal, Oud and Rose, Oud and Musk. Those are all really good. And they're sexy too, if you want something for seductive. Canada seems to have less conflict. We only have internal conflict. We don't have conflict with other countries. We just have conflict within. I just got my passport renewed so I can go to BC. Oh, I think you would love it. I've never been, but I want to go myself. It looks really beautiful. BC, like when you go to Vancouver, you have the country there. So in Vancouver, you can see country, ocean, and a major city like a metropolitan. So Vancouver's got to be a great place to visit. And Teus and Egoist are more out there for Chanel. They are more rough and extroverted, but they're still polished, you know. And Teus is extremely polished for the hard-hitting masculine it is, right? It's not rough around the edges. I find Egoist is a bit more rougher. Dushan says Diaghilev. You find Diaghilev seductive? Yeah? All right. People don't want to hear the truth, just want to follow what they auto. Yeah, most people are on autopilot, right? Like you said, sheep. I like just being on my own, you know? Make my own, you know, just kind of collect all the data, right? See what's out there and then make my own opinion, form my own judgments, make my own opinion. And that's it. YSL Body Koros and Givenchy Pie are seductive. Also Noir de Noir, they have a nice sweetness to them. Yeah, Noir de Noir is quite nice. I like Noir de Noir for rose perfume. I need you to clown on the current state of Fragcom like you did years back. Dude, I honestly, I have no idea what's going on in the current state. I don't watch, like I'm not even subscribed to the biggest reviewers, you know what I mean? So I don't see what's popular. I don't see what is being hyped. I don't see, I hear clones are on the rise and people are loving clones. Honestly, I don't care, eh? I don't. I'm just kind of like doing my own thing. But if you guys want to clown on them, you totally can. Those were the good old days. The good old days. Yeah, they were. But fuck, those days brought me a lot of trouble, you know what I mean? That stuff kind of consumed me. Bottega Veneta Pour Femme is sensual. Yeah, I love that too. Eliza says, thank you, Dushan, for replying in chat. Charlie says Canada is gay. What about Canada makes it gay? I can't wait for Vancouver. Yeah, I think you'll have super fun. What's happening? Tool, Seattle, and then Vancouver. Cool. Milosh says, I feel sorry for godless people. Me too, Milosh. I do. I feel that too. I feel sorry for them. And I can't even imagine how rough their life is to be separate. You know, to be godless is to live separately. You know what I mean? Feel like you're separate from the rest of the world, the rest of the universe, and like you have nothing. You're all on your own. But when you live with God, it's like you always just feel safe. You always feel guided and protected, and like everything's just going to work out for your best interest. Like you're one with the universe. You know what I mean? Like you're the main character. Everything is here for you. Everything you need is here. You just got to go and get it. Just pick it up, you know? Yeah, but when that energy flows through you, you have everything. You have love, you have wealth, you have health, you have family, you have friends, you have source energy flowing right through you. And when you have love in your heart, it's like nothing is ever missing. You know what I mean? Like, not ever. You can be alone and you feel like you have everything. Like, I'm totally alone and I have everything just because my heart is full. But being in like nature like this makes that easy. But I agree, Milosh. What do you think of Izzy Miyake? I think the Izzy Miyake, the original Put Home, was really good. Like the citrusy, freshy thing, the Aqua di Gio type. Other than that, I haven't smelled too many Izzy Miyakes. Miller says they look for comfort in wrong places. Well, yeah. I mean, everybody looks for comfort, you know? Everyone wants it easy. Nobody wants to do the hard things. But the hard things is where you find yourself, right? Comfort, yeah, everybody likes comfort. But we all kind of find comfort in different things. I find comfort in meditation. I used to find it in spending thousands of dollars on perfume. That made me feel comfortable. Spending money on perfume would regulate my nervous system. So, oh, I didn't mean now, Dushan and Milos. I didn't mean for this to get into that. Milos, I feel sorry for people that not educated in science. Yeah, this is what I was trying to avoid. AZ says, good old days, man. Current state is horrendous. Affiliates with companies and all dupes. It's like we're in the alternative universe. Yeah. What's happening, JJ Astor? Good to see JJ. JL says, your thoughts on being godless are rather retarded. See, I mean, it takes a godless person to use words like this too. We godless people don't have to worry about being punished by eternity by a psychopath. First of all, who would be punishing you and who is the psychopath? Like, I don't get it. Why would you be punished? What are you doing wrong to be punished? Eugene, come to Brazil. I would love to. I would absolutely love to come to Brazil. I love the sun. I love the beach. I love Brazilians. I love Brazilians. JJ says, I am complete. Mueller says, you are happy because you are with God, my friend, and I am happy to see God in you. Thank you, Milos. I appreciate that. And I just feel him. I feel him in my heart, like all the time. All the time. Like, I always know that God is like close by. You know, if I need God, he's right there. And you know, it's often I'm looking for him. It's often where I feel like, man, I need God. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going through a thing. I need God. Light says, I believe in God as a Muslim. I like how you describe what believing in God does for you, because putting the feeling is in words. It's a miracle. Many things are. We have no power in miracles. Just be a good person. I agree with that. Eliza says, I feel more connected to the elements of the earth. Consciousness. I just feel connected to consciousness, you know, the God, the Christ consciousness, the consciousness that just flows through every moment. Morality doesn't come from religion. You know what, Dushan, like, I never talk about religion. Religion's not my thing. When I talk about God, you know, I'm not talking about any one religion. I'm just talking about source energy. You know what I mean? Like the one God that we all know and love. What's going on with 4 billion girls? What's going on with 4 billion girls? What's up? Well, I don't know what you mean. 4 billion girls. Eliza says, ground my feet in the earth, wash away negativity, breathe in air to relax my nerves. Yeah, just to cleanse your energy. Absolutely. But what do you think that energy is, Eliza? What is that energy we're talking about? That energy that fills you. What do you call that energy? Some people might call it science, like Dushan will call it science. Some people will call it consciousness. Some people will call it light. Some people will call it God. Some people will call it Jesus. Some people will call it Allah. I don't know, but that is that one source. Spiritual, sure, spiritual. In that case, I would use the word nature, not God. Nature is, okay, I agree with you, right? But nature is just a smaller part of God. Like, where did the nature come from? Where did the nature come from? This is all a dream. This is a dimension. This isn't, there's no location for where we are. You can't call a friend and say, hey, come meet me. You know, a friend that isn't in this dimension yet. You can't call them and tell them, hey, how would you describe to them how to get here? You know what I mean? Even though this is all very physical, I don't think we're in a physical place. This is all dreamland. This is all, everything we see is in God's brain, God's mind, God's imagination, all of it, every bit of it. Nature isn't a part of God. I think God is all there is here, including you and me and this internet and this perfume. Everything here is God. It's just our brains sometimes aren't able to separate. You know, our brains actually believe we are who we are, you know, and we feel separate from that source. But when you separate from the mind, you know, and you come into the body, I think the body is, the mind of the body is way more intelligent than the mind of the brain. Nature is beautiful from far away. Then once you go into wilderness, the bugs attack you and everything tries to eat you. That's right. Everything is eating itself. It's a cycle. You know, we all rely on something. We all depend on, we all need something to evolve. Where science ends, God begins. I always thought science was just a measure of God. It's to reproduce God, right? It's to understand God. It's to understand consciousness. It's just a measurement for us humans to understand or to reproduce or replicate or to advance or to, I don't know, do just a measurement. Science never ends, but neither does God. And who's doing the science? It's us humans, right? We won't be here forever, but consciousness will. Consciousness will be here forever and ever and ever. It will never end. You know, there is no beginning, there won't ever be an end. Even though there might have been a big bang, there is still something here before that. Do you have grizzly bears and wolves? Yeah, there's so some of the cameras here have picked up bears and moose. I'm sure there's wolves as well. And we got lots of rabbits. Yeah, tons of rabbits. Wolves. God created science. Humans created science. We engineered science. We measure science. But we have no idea. We can't even come close to God's creation. You know what I mean? Just look at the camera. Look at your eyes. Look at the eyes that God gave you compared to the best camera we've ever invented. The best camera will never be as good as anyone's eyes. You know what I mean? The camera is science. The eyes are God. That's the difference. Any picture you ever look at will never be as good as real life. God created a prototype for everything, and then we just reproduce it. Are there deer? I haven't seen any myself. No, I've seen them in the videos, in the video camera. Did you grow up with parents that believe in God? Well, my parents were very religious. Yeah, my parents are Christians. My dad goes to church every Sunday. And I would go to church with them too. And, you know, I never really understood God when I went to church though. Like I didn't feel like God flew, like, you know, I didn't feel the flow. It wasn't until I started meditating where I found, you know, a deeper connection to God and that love flowing through me. You know, when you have God flowing through you, you can have love flowing through you. And I was always under the impression to have love, like to be in love, you need to have somebody. You need to have a partner. You need to have a wife or a husband or a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or, you know what I mean? And even after meditating, I'm like, that's not true. Like, here I am, I sit in the meditation, I let go, you know, I let go of my mind, I open up my body, and I allow just consciousness to flow through me, and my heart fills up. So my heart fills up, it means I'm in love. I'm in love, and I don't have anybody. So what am I in love with? What is my heart in love with? What is my heart in love with? What is filling my heart? The flow that flows through me, consciousness. It's Christ consciousness. It's God consciousness that flows through me. That's what fills my heart. And that's, you know, that's just something you learn in meditation, by being alone, by following your truth, by constantly following the truth of your body, what feels good. So whenever something feels good, you go into that good feeling, and you just constantly keep going into that good feeling, dropping off shitty feelings. When you get shitty feelings, you don't just drop them off and ignore them. You have to understand them. You have to understand where they come from, why they make you feel a certain way, what they do to you, how you respond to them, and then you set them to the side. You know what I mean? You package them up nicely, and you put them to the side, and you allow for the good feelings to come up. And when the good feelings come up, you just keep going in those. Just stay in those good feelings. God is the greatest, greater than me, for sure. Absolutely. All glory go to God. All glory. My parents were Catholic, and I didn't like going to church. Neither did I. I went to church to look at girls. I went to look at the church girls, you know what I mean? I went to go meet chicks. That's Deer meat is my favorite food. Oh no, not that this God discussion again, says Boz. Oh yes, Boz. So you're saying you're even godly in person than we're seeing through the screen and lens. I'm not saying anything. I'm just giving you my experience as a human being, as a middle-aged white man in Canada. Cicely says, Senta de Bois Dormant, and my battery's about to die. We are at 3%, so unfortunately. Enjoying life, music, nature, art, fragrances can feel like love. Yeah, and all those things are very healing. Art is a very healing. Perfume, music, nature, animals, meditation. Perfume is filling your heart. Your heart pumps Mitsuko and Komet. Yeah, Chanel florals fill my heart, definitely. What about going to the mosque as an exploration? I would try it. I would try almost anything spiritual. Any kind of religion, spiritual thing that connects you to their source energy, I would try it. I thoroughly enjoy worshiping, says Omar. Well, my way of worshiping is meditation. That's how I allow God to like flow through me and with me. You know, we all pray differently, right? Some of us do it through a prayer book or a chant or sing, or I just think it's important to be, you know, with your source, whatever that truth is. The world is a crazy either way. I'm just living and loving the best I can, regardless of a higher power. Yeah. Boss says I'm spiritual, but not religious. Yeah. And that's how it goes, you know? That's how it goes. But it goes when it flows. Like when it flows, it goes really good. When that flow stops, when it gets stuck, well, that's when the problems come. You got to get the energy flowing, right? Yeah, you got to get that energy flowing, and you just got to be present with that energy, or the energy gets stale. Yeah, but it was great seeing you guys. I'm gonna end this because we are about to crash. So it's better to fade away. What do they say? It's better to burn out and crash than to fade away or something. Truly believing in God cures narcissism. Can tyranny and arrogance exist when someone believes in a higher power who holds every action accountable? Well said. What's happening, Brockstar? Peace and love to you too, to all of you guys. Hope you guys' days are filled with peace and lots of love in your hearts and lots of perfume. I know the answers, says Boz. Boz, we all know our own answers. You know, we all have our own answers. You have your answers, I have my answers. You know what I mean? But we'll see you guys soon. Save a seat for me. I will. But yeah, look for your own answers. You know what I mean? And you'll find them. When you go inside, you'll find everything. You'll find everything inside sooner than you will through a book or the programming on the television or what's on your phone. All the answers are inside. They're all right here. You know what I mean? Whatever you're looking for. But guys, have a wonderful day. We will see you all very soon. Much love.